Hello, this is David Birch at StarPath School of Navigation with a video note on how to convert a Google Earth path to a GPX route that can then be imported into any navigation program or emailed to your phone to load in there and so forth. And this actually was not on the list of our projects here, but it came up during a telephone conversation with a student this afternoon. So we'll just put this down now. And so here we are with Google Earth. And so I'm just going to step through the process, and then we have some instructions online, which I'll link to. So the first job is we want to make a route. So let me zoom in here to this Baja area, just to go around some places. And then so we start up here with this tool. I'm in a Mac, but this works the same way Mac or PC. All down the line it's equal. So then we click the tool, this ruler, and then from the ruler you want path here, and nautical miles. Actually, I'm not sure that matters, but I would leave it nautical miles. And this makes it easier here if you keep this check mark in here. So once you've done that, then you just move this aside out of the way and you start your route. So we could, let's say, start our route here. I clicked it. That's a left click once, and then you move to the next point and click it. Next point, click, click, click. Each of these will then be a waypoint in the route. And then you could see like that. So let's say that's my route, and it could be anywhere in the earth, actually. So when I'm done, you just stop. You just stop at this point and move your mouse. By the way, the mouse navigation means that you could left click and move this around while you're doing your point selection. And that's sometimes helpful. And that's what it means, mouse navigation. You can then see if I let that mouse go and then just click here, it's going to add another waypoint. But if I just left click and drag, I'm doing that. Okay, so I just stop when I'm done, and no escape or anything like that, and go down and hit save. Then that's going to pop this up, and we'll just make a name, Baja Test Route, like that. Baja Test Route. And then this actually will tell you how far it is in miles and so forth, but we don't care about any of that. Baja Test Route, and say OK. Now that's going to then on the left over here show up under temporary places, Baja Test Route. Now this whole panel could be hidden. That's up here, View Sidebar. View Sidebar. So you have to have that sidebar open there on the left to see this. So here it is, Baja Test Route, and you see it's over here, and you can confirm that's it. You can turn it on and off with a check mark, on and off. Now we want to take this, and here I'm going to right click that. I'm right clicking that over here. Save place as. Save place as. Now I'm going, and here then, down here you have a choice, and I think the default actually comes out KMZ, which is a compressed zip file, but you want KML. So KML, and then you put this wherever you know where it's going to be. I'll just save it here, screenshots, doesn't matter. So that's a KML. So that's done. So now we're done with that. Now we open a browser, and you go to, here's a web page that we made, and I'll put a link up there for you. It's starpath.com/GPX, and I'll put a link. It's actually on the secure side of our server at the moment. So it's starpath.com, https://starpath.com/GPX. And so here are the instructions, and here is see video example. Well, as soon as the video example is done, this is going to be a link to what we're looking at now. Okay, so what you do now is you just choose the file, and that's it. Baja Test Route KML, open. Now it's written it down. That's the one it's going to convert. Now you download that. You just click the download, and I'll put it in the same place. It's going to be called that, with a GPX. That's a standard GPX S transfer format. Okay, so that's there. Now we're done. That's all there is to it. Now, but let's see how that works. We'll go to this is OpenCPN as an example for each art program. Go to the Route Manager, or this, whatever this is, Route and Mark Manager, this button here. Then you go to, and then I'm on routes. Actually, I think it's going to put it in the routes no matter which one of these you click, but it's a route, and then you go Import GPX. And then you find the GPX file here, and you say Open. Then that route is right here. It's in there. And you can look at it, the properties. See, here's all the waypoints. Here, I'll maybe come back to this in a minute, but it's in there. Okay, and you could go here, that's highlighted, that's the only one, center view, and there it is. That's what we just imported right there. Now, okay, so and here's waypoint 1 and all the way to 13. And keep in mind, right now these are there as waypoints, but not in the waypoints section. I'll have to come back and address that issue a little bit. But this is a route, and you can actually, now you have to unlock these to move that, but you can actually change them later. So there is that. And let's come back to this. One last look at this, properties. And so look at what, move this aside. Let's see. Here's what I want to clear. I'm sorry, I was distracted. So look, it says waypoint 1 and waypoint 1, and then it called this one. It changed the numbers here a bit because this always, in this system, this with 0 or the waypoint 1 that they're calling 2 waypoint 1, they're saying 2 waypoint 1. So that means that's always from the boat. And the boat looks like it's some 673 miles from this first part. So if you want to see a more realistic, so you could just come down here and let me just right click here and move the boat to here. Right now my boat's there. Here. So now when you go back here, you see, I may have to, let me just say OK and open that again. Baja properties. You see now, where is that one? 2 waypoint 1. Where's the miles now? Oh, here it is, distance 5 miles. Okay, there it is, 5 miles. So what that means is now this distance from here to the first waypoint is 5 miles. So this is, okay, I'm hitting the M key. The M key. M, bang, bang. Okay, see, 5 miles. 5 miles. Escape. And direction 272. But then once you get over to here, then this will tell you the next leg is 25 miles and the direction 152. 152, so forth. So anyway, there's your route, and that's how that's done. We can follow up with more navigation later, and you can play with this. If you put like a speed in here of 10 knots, then it's going to take you 11 hours. You can put in here, I'm going to leave at 12. You got to put a time and a date. You put a time and a date here, and it's got your ETAs in here somewhere. Wonderful feature, works real well. And so forth. You can print the route. We'll come back to those later. But the main function we're doing here is how do you go from the Google Earth route, which is sometimes a nice way to lay things out, and move that as a GPX into OpenCPN or any other navigation program or your phone navigation. That's the end.